In our previous video, we talked about some of the top crazy secrets humans were never meant to see. The things mentioned were very fascinating and mind-blowing. Example of that is the Gate of Hell. If you haven't watched it, please go check it out. I will attach the link in the description box below. If you are joining us for the first time here, you are welcome to Top 5. And in this channel we provide you with mind-blowing Top 5 videos, on topics such as the one mentioned above, government secret places, Top 5 evil prisoners, richest criminal organizations in the world, and so many more. Our videos are posted on a weekly basis. This enables us to dedicate enough time in making sure we provide you with great quality, educational and entertaining video content. And I hope you would enjoy watching them. Please ensure you hit the like button on your screen, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more interesting videos like this. Your support is greatly appreciated. In today's video, we are going to talk about the top 5 inside facts about Queen Elizabeth II, and the British royal family that will blow your mind. Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II was Queen of the United Kingdom and other Commonwealth realms, from February 6, 1952 until her death. She died on September 8, 2022. There's hardly anyone in this world who doesn't know the Queen of England. I am sure every one of you here know her. But how well do you know her? Just like every one of us, the royal family has got loads of secrets, and some of the secrets are so dark that they wouldn't want the world to know about it. But, some things in life can never be hidden forever. The truth always comes to light. Below are the top 5 inside facts about Queen Elizabeth II, and the British royal family that will shock you. Number 1. Her ancestors were cannibals. It seems some 300 years ago, the British royal family ate human fat, skin, brains, blood, and bone. Charles II used to make medicines out of corpses. Queen Mary was said to medicinally eat people, and there was some suggestion that Queen Elizabeth I may have too. Creepily, when Charles I was executed, people actually collected and drank his blood. Anyway, it seems the practice of medical cannibalism died out in the 1800s. However, there are conspiracy theorists out there who believe that the Queen and her family, who are high-ranking members of society, are part of a satanic ring that indulges in eating human flesh. Some people find it ridiculous. Number 2. The missing heir to the throne. There are numerous examples throughout history of the lengths that people will go, in order to attain power. One of the darkest stories of all took place in the 1480s, and this changed the course of English and British history. In April of 1483, Edward IV died. Before this happened, it was said that he wanted his brother Richard, the Duke of Gloucester, to become the Lord Protector of his 12-year-old son Edward, until he can be crowned as Edward V. What followed, though, was one of the biggest mysteries in English history. As Edward and his youngest brother were sent by Richard to the Tower of London. As it then, it wasn't the prison that it would ultimately become known as, but a royal palace. And at the same time, their uncles were sent elsewhere and beheaded. Despite plans to crown Edward, things always happened to be delayed, and eventually Richard was able to pass a law that found Edward to be the illegitimate son of the previous king. And that he instead was the rightful heir. Richard became Richard III, and the two boys in the tower vanished. Rumors spread as to their ultimate fate until 1674, when workmen found a box containing the remains of 2 children under a staircase. It's still not certain that these bones that are now displayed in Westminster Abbey really were of the boys. But it sure looks that way. And that means that Richard ordered the murder of them, to ensure he would stay on the throne. Number 3. Assassination attempts. Although Queen Elizabeth II is not directly involved with the politics of the empire, she has dipped her toe into the Commonwealth affairs a few times. Most notably, she has made her opinions known about Brexit and the Scottish referendum for independence. While she tries to maintain her neutrality, she has still come under fire from her detractors. In fact, Elizabeth has been the target of a few different assassination attempts throughout her almost 70-year reign. A few of these hadn't been made public when they occurred, so even more incidents might have happened that aren't yet known. The first publicly known attempt on the Queen's life happened when she was visiting Australia in 1970. She was taking a train from Sydney to New South Wales, when a log was placed on the tracks with the intention to derail it. Luckily for the Queen, who was traveling with Prince Philip, the driver was able to pull the brakes and stop in time. She was also the focus of two shootings that both took place in 1981, just months apart. One occurred in London and the other in New Zealand, and both were carried out by 17-year-old boys. That's crazy shit. Although, neither of them were real threats to the Queen, as the boy in London only fired blanks. And the one in New Zealand was too far away for his bullet to reach her. Number 4. Princess Diana's death. On August 31, 1997, Princess Diana died in a car crash while visiting Paris. In the days that followed, Queen Elizabeth II's apparent lack of empathy angered the public, who thought she should have immediately returned to London to publicly mourn. However, the real reason she didn't immediately address Diana's death was apparently much more compassionate. As Tina Brown, author of The Diana Chronicles, wrote, everyone rallied around the young princes. This was the first time in a long reign that the Queen was thinking about her family, before her people. We should admire her for that. Her thoughts were with her grandchildren and she wasn't thinking about how this would be played out in the media. The Queen also allowed the government to break protocol, letting the flag fly over Buckingham Palace at half-mast, even though she wasn't there. The Queen also reportedly wouldn't permit Prince Charles to fly to Paris to retrieve Diana's body. But the prince allegedly fought hard to get permission to go, and the Queen eventually relented. As journalist Richard Kay told The Mirror, this was a surprising and brave move. He was an ex-husband, he had no right to be there other than as the father of her sons. Charles fought harder for Diana than he had ever fought for her in her lifetime. Elizabeth eventually returned to London to observe the makeshift memorial for Diana, but her choice of privately handling the matter caused her popularity to decline for a few years. The final one on our list. The Milkman's Son. This is by far the most scandalous royal relationship of modern times. Prince Charles and Princess Diana's marriage, we all know how messy their relationship was with the love triangle, the affairs, and Diana's confession of how tough it was to be married to Charles. But one of the other pretty juicy secret scandals that surrounded the couple was the speculation that the couple's youngest son Prince Harry wasn't even Prince Charles' biological son, in a tell-all interview with the princess in 1995. She admitted to having had a 5-year-long affair with a military man named James Hewitt. After Diana's passing, people started speculating that perhaps this James character was actually Harry's biological dad. I mean, when you take a closer look at James and Harry, their resemblance is pretty uncanny. James denied all allegations and the royal family did the same, but this still remains one of those royal secrets that I'm sure everyone believes, but just won't admit it. Are you shocked by any of these dark royal family secrets? Tell us what you think in the comments section, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more mind-blowing secrets. Thanks for watching.